Welcome to Uganda, a nation where nature's generosity knows no bounds, nestled in the heart of East Africa. In 2015, Uganda took center stage as the president of the UN General Assembly, uniting 193 nations behind the groundbreaking 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and its 17 ambitious Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs). At the heart of this vision was a commitment to leave no one behind.
The UN member states have finally agreed on the all-important SDGs, 17 of them.
For instance, this year, Uganda assumed chairmanship of two important global organizations, that is, the G77 plus China, during its third South Summit, and the Non-Aligned Movement, NAM, during its 19th summit, both held in Kampala, Uganda in January 2024. For the past 7 years, the government of Uganda has driven socio-economic transformation through inclusive approaches and interventions, empowering citizens to take ownership of the 2030 Agenda and building partnerships for SDG acceleration. Institutional delivery of the SDGs is guided by a multi-stakeholder national SDG coordination framework, which is operationalized by the Roadmap for Implementation and is executed through 5 multi-stakeholder technical working groups. The government, in partnership with the United Nations, established a national SDG secretariat that has strengthened coordination and partnership architecture for SDGs. Since 2016, several milestones have been achieved. These include the translation of the SDGs into 13 local languages and an increase in the number of indicators with available data from 41 in 2016 to 127 in 2023. Uganda's third National Development Plan is at least 90% aligned to the SDGs. Uganda has presented 2 voluntary national review reports to the UN High-Level Political Forum in 2016 and 2020 and continues to produce national annual assessments. In 2022, the government, with its partners, initiated a national annual SDG conference to foster mutual accountability amongst stakeholders and strengthen the coordination mechanisms across multiple levels of government. There has been strengthened partnership with the United Nations, civil society organizations, the private sector, and academia. Through the pledge to leave no one behind and reach the furthest first, the government of Uganda has launched several initiatives such as the Parish Development Model, PDM, aimed at transitioning the 39% of Ugandans currently engaged in subsistence farming into the money economy. It integrates public and private sector interventions across 7 key pillars: production, infrastructure, financial inclusion, social services, community data, governance, and mindset change. Additionally, the government of Uganda is implementing various programs such as the Uganda Women Entrepreneurship Program, Special Enterprise Grant for older persons, Senior Citizens Grant, and Special Grant for persons with disabilities, among others. These are complemented by microfinance initiatives and grants that have also empowered sprouting entrepreneurs and researchers. With one of the youngest populations in the world, as 44% of its citizens are under 14 years old, the government of Uganda is keen on the productivity of youth to effectively play their part in the economic transformation of Uganda. Uganda has made significant progress in reducing its Global Hunger Index score, dropping from 27.8 in 2015 to 25.2 in 2023, reflecting a step forward in addressing food security and malnutrition. The massive turnout of farmers at agricultural expos in the countryside is testimony to the interest that citizens have taken in these farming initiatives. The government has implemented initiatives to improve food security and nutrition by promoting modern agricultural practices to boost productivity. Strides have particularly been made in reducing undernourishment and stunting among children. The country has, over the years, strengthened a healthcare system that effectively supports both preventive and curative services. This system has withstood shocks like COVID-19 and other disease outbreaks. As such, there has been an increased uptake of health services and improved health outcomes. The maternal mortality rate has reduced from 336 to 189 per 100,000 live births, and the infant mortality rate has dropped from 43 to 35 per 100,000 live births in 2016 and 2023 respectively.
We approach health with two strategies. Just, I imagine, as it is done in many countries. The two strategies for health are preventive health care on the one hand, and curative health care in case somebody gets sick. Prevention, number one. Cure if you can't prevent. That's our strategy.
There is a focus on improving access to quality education for all. Since the commencement of universal primary education in 1997, primary school enrollment has shot up from 2.5 million to 8.6 million children in 2023. Significant investments have been made in universal primary education and universal secondary education, including infrastructure development, teacher training, and curriculum adjustment to ensure a skilled and innovative population. Significant strides aimed at achieving higher levels of economic productivity through diversification, technological upgrades, and innovation have been realized. To this end, the government has implemented the Industrial Development Strategy, which focuses on promoting value addition, industrialization, and export-led growth. To facilitate this strategy, the Uganda Development Bank has provided funds to stimulate the operation of strategic sectors such as agriculture, tourism, and manufacturing. Programs such as the Presidential Initiative on Industrial Development and the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Program support entrepreneurship and innovation to boost hydroelectric and solar energy supply. The government of Uganda has been at the forefront of promoting sustainable conservation and utilization of the environment. Forest cover has increased from 9.5% in 2015 to 13.3% in 2023. Wetland cover has improved from 8.9% in 2019 to 9.5% in 2023. Increased financial support and comprehensive training programs have strengthened institutions and empowered communities to tackle climate change. Uganda has played an active role in promoting regional peace and security through the hybrid peace support operations between the African Union and the United Nations. The country has launched several initiatives focused on reducing violence, improving access to justice, and ensuring inclusive decision-making processes and gender equality. Relevant institutions such as the Equal Opportunities Commission and Uganda Human Rights Commission continue to promote, enforce, and monitor equality and non-discrimination based on gender. The Office of the Prime Minister is charged with coordinating and implementing all of government's programs and policies. The SDG agenda is among the policies adopted by government and is directly under the supervision of the Prime Minister's office.
Uganda, under the able and wise leadership of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has embraced partnerships to accelerate progress towards the Sustainable Development Goals, fostering innovation, knowledge sharing, and resource mobilization. My country is one of the 38 member states of the UN selected to present its third voluntary national review report at the high-level political forum in New York in July 2024. As we move towards 2030, the government of Uganda has identified 6 transformative commitments to accelerate SDGs. These are focused on leaving no one behind through the Paris Development Model, trade financing, and climate-smart investments, science, technology, and innovation. Additionally, these commitments are focused on harnessing the full potential of data, climate change adaptation and mitigation, SDG coordination, and service delivery mechanisms. The journey towards achieving the SDGs is a testament of resilience, innovation, and collaboration, an epitome of the NRM government's aspiration to build a nation where no one is left behind.